What a beautiful day this is, isn't it? Alright, I'll see you later, Sarah. I love you. I love school! And that's honestly all we can do. Oh, God, come on, Sarah, into here, quick! Oh, God, he's here. He's here to kill us. He's here to kill me. He's here to kill you. He's here to kill Justin, and he's here to kill Hope, and... Oh, God. Oh, God!
This school shooting in Minecraft was a real video made by a creator known as Bertgasm as part of his Minecraft High School series. But if you go through this series playlist, you might notice something strange. You might see that everything's going fairly normal, but then, for some reason, the series goes from episode 19 to episode 21. The 20th episode of Minecraft High School was deleted. And the reason this episode was taken down was because this Minecraft roleplay was a school shooting roleplay. Honestly guys, I give up. Call the video off, because what the hell? This guy woke up that day and decided to record a school shooting in Minecraft. He gathered up other people, he put the plan into action, he edited it, and then he decided to put it out. It would have been easier to just not do it in the first place, dude. Now, following this, there were questions raised over whether this was appropriate content, given that the people watching Minecraft roleplays were undoubtedly children. I mean, even saying that, Bertgasm's name wasn't exactly family-friendly either. If you're a parent, I don't know if you should be letting your child watch content by someone known as Bertgasm, but I guess that's neither here nor there. Oh, and also, to add the cherry on top of the cake, Bertgasm would try to defend himself on Twitter by saying that school shootings, homosexuality, suicide, cancer, suspension, and explosions all happen in his roleplay series because they all happen in real life. One of these things is not like the other, Bert. Why are you putting being gay in the same category as school shootings, suicide, and cancer? What was he thinking? I mean, honestly guys, I've spoken about some weird stuff before on this channel. If you've seen my previous videos, you will know this to be true. But this, honestly, the Minecraft school shooting might just take the cake. And anyway, people found this to be distasteful, inappropriate, trivializing tragedy, and the situation became so big that it even made its way onto Drama Alert. The Drama Alert episode it featured on racked up 1.1 million views and featured Bertgasm debating Sky Williams. And this debate got crazy intense, crazy fast.
Do you think you have even like maybe one fan right now that's in high school?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Probably, right? Now,
yeah.
Now imagine this. I had this debate with somebody else before. You have one fan that's in high school. That one fan, male or female, they could have experienced a school shooting tragedy. You don't know.
As I did.
Sure, okay,
times.
Guess what? Okay, great. Look, when I was 14 or 15, I was raped, okay? But I don't go and make a video saying like, hey, rape's okay to talk about, because it's just not.
What's wrong with talking about it? Why live in a hypersensitive bubble where you don't act like nothing happened?
You are a YouTuber. You know,
I am a YouTuber, and I wanted to do a role play about school, and I wanted to put the good and the bad in there. I'm not gonna just paint
okay,
I'm not gonna do no Bob Ross painting. No Bob Ross painting is gonna happen on my YouTube channel.
The good and the bad.
I want some lightning bolts.
My nigga, please. Oh my God, I'm about to lose my fucking mind, bruh. The good and the bad. Nigga, the good is when you go to high school prom with the bitch that you want. The bad is getting an F, not getting shot. That's not the bad. That's the horrible. Oh Lord, pray for this man, please. Seriously, I'm going to church for you. You cannot tell me the bad of high school is getting shot. That's the bad of anything.
As they very rightfully point out on the show, what do you mean the highs and the lows? That said, I did notice that there were some comments that were defending Bert. Some people were coming to his aid, arguing that the video was clearly titled as a Minecraft school shooting, and therefore he was entitled to do whatever he wanted. This was his art and the story that he was telling. So let me know down below in the comments, do you think that all is fair in love and Minecraft? Do you think that Bert had the right to make this video? Do you think that people were being too sensitive, getting angry at it? Let me know your thoughts. But whatever you think, I'm about to say something wild. That is the tamest story that we have today. I kid you not. The rest of the creators that we'll be discussing today are the lowest of the low scumbags of the Minecraft YouTube community. And just to keep things a little bit more interesting, I've tried to make it so that all the creators that we'll be discussing today are a little bit more under the radar. Like, I could be the millionth person to discuss the Lion Maker controversy, but I just don't really see the point. That video has been made 1,000 times over. I couldn't add anything new. So the creators that we'll be discussing today are a little bit more obscure and forgotten. So with that said, let's move on to the second creator we have in this video, who's coincidentally second to the mark on everything that he makes. I can't lie guys, I think that this is a good litmus test to see who's actually watched the video before they've decided to leave a hate comment. Because if you noticed the thumbnail to this video, you might see a creator that most people would assume is Skeppy, and they might think that I'm discussing some sort of Skeppy controversy. But actually, that's not the case. And this is a trap that a lot of people have fallen into by design. This is Skeppy's Minecraft skin, and this is Diamond Blocks. You'll notice that Diamond Blocks has very clearly just copied Skeppy's skin, and I would assume that this was to trick kids into clicking on his content. Like, if they were fans of Skeppy and didn't notice the name of the channel uploading the content, or they were just scrolling on shorts, they might stay around for just a little bit longer because they'd be under the impression that this was Skeppy. But his impersonation of a famous YouTuber is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's representative of his extremely dubious business practices on this platform. Because of all the cats on YouTube, Diamond Blocks is the copyist. This dude is a straight up content thief, and he's actually quite smart about it too. You see, upon doing research for this, I stumbled across a video posted by Badcat, a Turkish Minecraft YouTuber. He has another YouTube channel known as Kebab Shorts. And unless we have any Turks in the house, I wouldn't really expect anyone here to know him. But as you can see, with hundreds of thousands of views per video, this guy is very popular. And within his video titled "How This YouTuber Stole My Personality," Badcat revealed that Diamond Block had essentially been copying his content word for word and frame for frame and blowing up because of it.
We can't be sure that he stole the video, can we? Let's just watch the video to see if he actually says the same things. Oh, he doesn't just talk about the same topic. Even the clips are the same, down to when they come on the screen. This is quite literally my video.
Badcat went on to claim that he suspected Diamond Block was a content farm. The person behind this channel, picking up the revenue and collecting the paychecks, likely just paid people on Fiverr to watch Kebab Shorts, translate them into English, recreate them scene for scene, and upload them. From the evidence that Badcat provides in this video, and the stolen Minecraft skin, and the fact that this lazy bastard's channel description is very clearly AI generated, I think it's clear that this guy has no shame when it comes to cutting corners. Oh, and listen to his voice and tell me this isn't AI too.
Using this ladder, if you want to go from the bedrock level to building limit Y319, it will require you to run for exactly 27 minutes.
I think it really sucks that some of the fastest growing channels on this platform are so soulless and so lazy. Countless people every single day pour their hearts and souls into their content and get absolutely nowhere. And then this freeloader comes along and hits the jackpot. Someone like Diamond Blocks is everything that's wrong with modern YouTube. And perhaps most concerning of all is just how effective this is. This channel has only been active since April and already has 250,000 subscribers, generating hundreds of thousands, if not millions of shorts views per day. By the time this video drops, I'm confident that the channel would have reached 500 million views total. And some of these shorts are even now outperforming Badcat's. And Diamond Block, if he's able to continue at the same rate of growth, will eventually overtake Badcat despite being a blatant plagiarist and knockoff. I ask you, how is that fair? And as Badcat mentions in his video, it's very tough for him to do anything about it, because while he's very clearly been ripped off and plagiarized, Diamond Blocks doesn't copy and paste, he recreates to a T, but it's still not exactly what YouTube might deem as copywritten. We spoke a bit about copyright and plagiarism in my recent video about YouTube animators that got exposed, but in case any of you guys missed that episode, I'll say what I said there again. You need to steal from a wide range of sources. Plagiarism and content theft is when you're only taking from one source, and that is exactly what Diamond Block has done repeatedly to Badcat. He is a straight up plagiarist, plain and simple. I didn't know that plagiarism was such a common problem in the Minecraft community. If anyone who's watching this knows a little bit more about the modern Minecraft community compared to me, then definitely let me know down in the comments if there are any other similar cases that I could bring up in a future video. And I wish I could give you guys some closure for this story, some sort of retribution, some sort of ending where the bad guy loses. But unfortunately, I can't. I can't tell you if he's still copying to this day, but given that Bad Cat's video was only made 2 months ago, I would assume that this is still ongoing. So to fully understand how this all wrapped up, I contacted Bad Cat for an interview, and to my surprise, he actually got back to me. This is what he had to say.
Something that happened after the video is that he stopped stealing my videos, or at least some of them. At least he took a break because he was stealing other Turkish content creators' shorts. So now it's not only me, but basically everyone in the Turkish content creation scene that has their videos stolen by this guy. And we tried reaching out collectively to YouTube staff as well, but they just give empty answers saying we can't do anything about it, or that it doesn't break any of the rules of YouTube. So we couldn't do anything about it, but most of us are considering opening up some dubbed channels for English content, and hopefully in the future these AI channels can be deleted, because these are just basically content farms. As everyone can see, there isn't even a person behind or like any human voice behind the character, so it is probably like mass-produced content made from like some guy with, I don't know, 20 channels trying to just farm views off of YouTube and make some money. But he's doing it in like a non-ethical way.
And to be honest guys, I'm very concerned for the future of this platform if this sort of thing becomes more commonplace. Very quickly though, if you want to support a creator that doesn't blatantly plagiarize, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this so far. Given the sheer amount of Minecraft creators that have committed outright atrocities, I could make several episodes of this series, but I'd need to know, who should I cover? Which tales should I tell? If you know any of them, let me know down below in the comment section. It's all greatly appreciated. With that said, I couldn't discuss exposed Minecrafters without bringing up at least one that decided to jump on tragedy to line their own pockets and further their own brand. Let's talk about Minecraft's worst commentary channel. So in case you don't know Brazo, he was a Latvian YouTuber that made some of the sloppiest content you will ever see. This slop topper was spamming out content left, right, and center. Anytime there was as much as a tweet saying that a Minecraft YouTuber tipped a barista 15% instead of the usual 20, Brazo would be there with his wallet out, waiting to make a 2-minute video on it. Of course, much of this growth came during the prime days of the Dream SMP, when Minecraft was arguably at its peak of popularity. And Brazo's videos would often reach view counts in the tens or even hundreds of thousands, despite being literally like an hour of work. However, the meat of this story takes place in the days following Technoblade's death in June 2022. Like many other people on the platform at the time, Brazo would exploit Technoblade's death in order to make a quick buck. In the days after Technoblade's death, Brazo made about a dozen videos on the subject. Anytime a hater tweeted about it, anytime one of his friends broke their silence or paid tribute to Techno, anytime some idiot made a calling Technoblade at 3 AM video, anytime basically anything happened concerning Technoblade, he'd make a video discussing it. And this was happening right after he died, within the first few days. My question to you guys is, what do you think he was thinking when he learned that Technoblade died? Do you think that he immediately saw this as an opportunity? If not, how long do you think it took him for the cogs to turn in his head and for him to realize that he could potentially make bank of this situation? Do you think his eyes lit up when he realized this? Do you think that maybe he checked the revenue page on his YouTube studio and smiled? Do you think that he went to bed that night and in his heart of hearts thought that somehow he put in a hard day's graft? Do you think that somehow he deluded himself into thinking that he was a good person after all of that? Well, Brazo denied the accusations that he was milking the death within an interview with a Cheeto.
Milking a man's death is not acceptable. So
know,
why did you do it?
I didn't do that many videos though.
Yes, you did.
Not that many, honestly.
Any more than 3 videos about a man's death is milking? You made about 10.
Why
And that's
3
not-
though?
that's
Why
not
is
even-
the 3 the exact number?
Anything above 3, I think is excessive. One video, you can make a tribute video. I don't have a problem with that. If somebody wants to make a video saying rest in peace just once, I don't care. I'm not going to bat an eye at that, right? That's fine. A second video, you know, you can make arguments for that. A third video, you are milking it, okay? You made 10,
like three
dude.
of those videos were just exposing dumbasses, basically.
No, you were morally grandstanding in these videos about people who were milking his death in order so you could also milk his death. You were
No, it's just
basically
to expose them.
No, you weren't, dude. I know what you were
What do
doing.
you mean? Look
I'm a
at the
YouTuber.
videos,
I know
dude.
how this works, dude. Come on. I'm not.
Is this
I
for a
know-
video? Is this for a video?
I know how this works, though.
Are you like recording this shit and just gonna like make a massive Brasso exposed video or some shit?
Oh yeah, totally.
Worse yet, and this is probably the worst thing that Brazo did, he was exposed for faking a $3,000 donation to Technoblade's charity. This man was trying his hardest to milk the death of a man in his early 20s, and then he had the audacity, the sheer audacity to fake a donation, and he didn't even care. He did not care one bit, and for a while, it would appear as though he would get away with it. But not all would be lost, as Brazo's channel was later terminated. Interestingly though, it wasn't anything to do with milking the death of Technoblade. In fact, it was some sort of copyright dispute with the Tate brothers. Because sometimes on YouTube, we can forgive exploiting death for money, but don't you dare even think about exploiting the copyright system. Brazo would cry like a baby on Twitter about the situation, as if his channel was anything but a succubus on the creator economy, and he was exposed once more in May 2025 by a content creator called Blissonic for coming back under a new username. And that account, the one that I won't be naming, is still around today. Albeit, it doesn't even have 20% of the sub count that Brazo had before that channel's termination. It's going to be much harder for him to ever get back to where he was, because first of all, Minecraft is still popular, but it's not as popular as it was back in like 2022. And on top of that, if it ever comes out that this guy is Brazo and he faked a $3,000 donation to Technoblade's charity, I mean, I just don't see anyone supporting him. His content isn't and will never be good enough for people to forgive him for that. But it definitely won't stop this top slopper trying to slop his way to the top. And moving on, the next creator we're set to talk about is yet another one that has supplied absolutely nothing to YouTube's Minecraft community. In fact, this guy has used his platform to lie, cheat, and steal by any inefficient means possible. Let's talk about Minecraft's most successful, least successful criminal. This is SuchSpeed. This is SuchSpeed, real name Tom. And ladies and gentlemen, if this 27-year-old ever gets into contact with you, put the phone down, run away, do anything you can to get out of there, because if you don't, he's the type of person where if you're walking down the road with an empty wallet and a cheeseburger, he'll take the cheeseburger off of you. If you search his name up on YouTube, you will find video after video after video exposing him for being a scammer. And the way he does it is quite simple. You see, he's gained almost 350,000 subscribers by uploading almost 2,000 times and tricking gullible children into subscribing to him in order to win prizes. Prizes which, as you might expect, he doesn't actually intend to give out because they don't exist. Using this inflated sub count, he would reach out to editors and graphic designers who would see this high number and think that he's all legitimate. They would then help him out, and here's the kicker, he would just never pay them for their work. He'd rack up a tab, sometimes upwards of hundreds, other times upwards of thousands, and then just ghost out on anyone and everyone, never paying the people that helped him. What he had was essentially a slavery racket going on, and the slaves didn't even know. This was all covered within a Caleb is Salty video, which I found to be a good comprehensive telling of Tom's misdeeds. Within Caleb's video, he claimed to have done the maths, adding together every unpaid editor, thumbnail designer, brand, every scammed viewer, every broken promise he ever made, and calculated that SuchSpeed over the years had scammed a minimum of $85,000. As Caleb says in his video, the 85,000 figure is a minimum. This isn't taking into account anyone that got scammed by him but just didn't say anything. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that SuchSpeed didn't get arrested for this. He is a prolific criminal. At the end of the day, racking up debts in such a manner that you never intend to pay is a crime. That said, it is possible that perhaps his criminal past eventually caught up to him, as it's been more than a year since Tom's final video. He no longer uploads, and I have two theories why. The first is that he did see some sort of legal trouble. Maybe law enforcement did get in contact with him and told him to stop. It's not likely in my opinion, but it is a possibility. The other theory I have, and one that's more plausible in my opinion, is that his reputation eventually caught up to him. By the end of his run, I'm sorry to say this, but if you got scammed by him, that's kind of on you. A simple 20-second Google search will tell you all that you need to know. It's the first thing that comes up about him, for Christ's sake. On top of that, even if you were to miss all of that and you just found his channel, it should raise some red flags. Firstly, this content he makes is quite clearly a scam. You just need to look at it. And second of all, you need to ask yourself, where is he getting the money to pay you? Some of these videos have like literally 2,000 views. I have doubts that he even made £10 off those videos. That's not enough to pay himself, let alone anyone else. It could be that nobody wanted to work for him anymore. And even then, even if he was willing to find someone to work for him, he's scamming them to literally make like $20 for a video. This is the least effective scam I've ever seen. Like, if you're gonna scam people, dude, at least get rich from it. You can't be out here scamming people and also being broke. That's just sad. Regardless, it's almost been 2 years since Tom's final upload, and I think I speak for everyone when I say good riddance to the slaver of Minecraft. But I won't say good riddance to you. Instead, I'll say thank you very much for making it this far, and if you're looking for another video to watch, then I have a perfect one for you to watch next. I actually made a video similar to this about the darkest depths of the Minecraft fandom back in mid-2023. I don't want to give anything away, but if you enjoyed this, I have a suspicion that you'll like that video too. Click on the screen right now to check it out. Aside from that, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.